Hey guys, it's Maggie and I am back today, and for today's video I really wanted to do a 20 weeks pregnant ostomy bag change. If you're new to my channel, you might not know that I do live with a permanent ileostomy bag due to Crohn's disease. That means that my small intestine was separated from my colon, brought outside of my abdominal wall about an inch or so, sewn into place, and I wear an adhesive bag. And that's how I go to the bathroom. That's how I go number 2. I pee normally. Everything that has to do with my bladder, that's all the same. But I share, my experience with my ostomy, and now we're going through a whole new journey because I am pregnant. I'm not that big yet, but I am getting bigger. My belly has been expanding a bit. My pants feel tighter, I'll tell you that. And something kind of odd about stomas, that's what the little piece of intestine is called, they grow when you're pregnant. They can grow in width and length, and it's bizarre to see. I've had my ostomy for, I think, 15 years now, and it's been the same size pretty much since I got surgery. It's changed shape a little bit, but, after the first few months of having the ostomy done, things sort of settle into place and they're static, unless you get pregnant. For those that are not familiar with ostomies, you might be like, can you have a baby with an ostomy? Absolutely you can. I've personally had trouble. It's been a 4-year journey. I lost a fallopian tube in the process and went to a lot of fertility clinic appointments, but somehow naturally became pregnant on my own. We're still in shock. We're still in shock over it. But anyways, let's do an ostomy bag change. I'm starting to change up products. I have not changed my ostomy bag out yet, but I am changing one thing, so I'll show you that. Once we get into the bag change, I'll do a clip where I show my stoma before pregnancy, 11 weeks in, because that was the last video that I did where I did a bag change, and then currently. So it'll be really interesting to see what the stoma is doing. But anyways, before we get into the bag change, I have to thank today's sponsor, Element. If you're looking for a tasty and an easy way to stay hydrated, look no further than Element. This has been my favorite way to stay hydrated, and I'm a girl who knows dehydration, okay? My ostomy has misbehaved quite a bit in the past. Element is a 0 sugar electrolyte. It has 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 of potassium, and 60 of magnesium. And with my ileostomy, it just seems to be the perfect mixture of electrolytes to keep me feeling my best. I mean, it really helps me avoid that brain fog and the headaches and the tiredness that I really became used to. I mean, I was on IV fluids for a while, and for the last year, I haven't had to do that, and I really think Element has played a huge part in that. I got the question too recently about Element and the high sodium content of, does it taste salty? Shockingly, no. For this being, I think, one of the highest sodium content electrolyte mixes that I've had, this is the least salty tasting. It is the most pleasant one that I've had, and I really enjoy drinking it, especially right now, middle of the night, being pregnant. That Element just hits. I also have to mention this one. This is their chocolate medley box. This is an electrolyte mix that you're meant to drink hot, so it's like hot chocolate. If you're living somewhere cold and you do enjoy hot chocolate, highly recommend this. If you're like me and you like your bubbly substances, if you like your sparkling waters, your seltzer, they have Element as a sparkling water too. And these, okay, we love these, and I'm down to 2, so I have to order more. They're fantastic though. If you really like sparkling water, they're great, and it's got the same 1,000 of sodium, 200 of potassium, and 60 of magnesium. So they've got a variety that you can pick from. You can even get the variety pack. You can even get it flavorless. So if you want to add it to really anything, you can do that. I really love my Element, as you can tell. I am grateful that they have been an ongoing sponsor of my channel, and I use them daily, if not more than once a day. So they're fantastic, and right now they're offering my viewers a free 8 single serving packet sample along with any order of Element. You can get that only by going to drinkelement.com/LetsTalkIBD. That's DRINKLMNT.com/LetsTalkIBD. A lot of you have commented that you bought it and you really like it, so thank you so much. I really hope that you continue to enjoy it. I know that I've got a good stockpile here, clearly. Although I'm going through this orange. I'm going through the orange pretty quickly. Yeah, but thank you so much to Element for sponsoring this video. Okay, so I've got a situation going on here, guys. I have a belly wrap on. I got this a few weeks ago. Oh my gosh. My back is starting to hurt. I know that some of the hormones, relaxin', it makes your joints relax. And so my lower back, like right here, it gets in a funny mood and I get twinges. So that's why I keep putting that thing on. The thing about these belly bands though is that they're really tight, and of course it lays right over my stoma. I showed this product a few weeks ago, and it's called the Ostomy Stoma Guard. There's a few other products out there that's similar to this, but this is the one that I am using right now, and I really like it. I've been using it almost every single day, every day that I'm using that belly band. It's this little like plastic guard that adheres to the outside of your ostomy bag with Velcro. I'm going to show you how to properly use it, and you'll see that I'm not properly using it. But essentially it creates, it creates a little dome over your stoma and has an opening at the bottom where it allows your stoma to drain into the bottom of your bag. When you're wearing something tight like a stoma band, it places a lot of pressure so nothing can drain to the bottom. I think I caused confusion with this ostomy guard though in my last video. Some people were confused. So the way to properly use this is they have these little Velcro stickers that what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place the guard directly on one, and it sticks. It's all Velcro, all sticks to each other. I'm going to peel it off. There we go. And then I'm going to take that and stick it right so the pushed out portion of the guard is right over my stoma with the opening towards the bottom. And so that's how it's supposed to stick to your bag. And then you can, of course, remove the guard as you need, like if you're getting in the shower or you just don't want to wear it and all you have is that Velcro piece left. For me, the fabric of this bag is kind of fuzzy, so this sticks to it, and I wear high-waisted pants to keep it up, or I've got the belly band on that keeps it in place. So I haven't been using these Velcro strips, but oh wow, I really placed it on there funky. I figured I would show you though, since I'm going to be taking this bag off and, you know, replacing it. I like to wear the guard directly on the bag. I know that's not how it's supposed to be used. Anyways, so I am still using the Convatec moldable flange. I figured I would give you all the numbers. So this is the Natra Dur-Adhesive moldable flange from Convatec, and the reference number for this is 413418. This fits stoma sizes 7/8 of an inch to 1 1/4 inch. My stoma's getting it's growing, so we're almost out of these. I think in about a month or so, I will be ordering the next size up. And then the bags that I like to use with this are these, non-drainable bags, the closed pouch bags. And the reference number for this is 416406. This is the Natra Convatec closed pouch. I just don't like draining my bag, okay? I can never get the end clean with the Velcro drainages, and I like that these are much lower profile. I have switched to a drainable every now and then when I get frustrated or I feel like my stoma won't be quiet enough for me to peel the bag off from the flange, empty it into the toilet from the ring, and then place it back on. Sometimes I get really annoyed, especially, I don't know why, this pregnancy has made my stoma just sort of have like a constant drain. Ileostomies, you cannot control at all when they just kind of go whenever they want, and they go frequently. You empty like 5 to 7 times a day, at least that's my thing. So it can get annoying, but I just like how low profile and flat it is, and I don't have to worry about cleaning the end. I find that keeping this ring here clean is way easier for me. And I've been doing this probably over 10 years now, which is kind of crazy. So yes, that is what I'm using. Typically, I use the Ōstōmy Cohesive Seal, at least it's what I've been using this entire pregnancy, the last 20 weeks. But I'm finding, I don't know, I'm finding that it's getting really gucky. Not a word. It's getting really congealed and sticking to my skin, which can be helpful. Like, it kind of swells up a bit, which is really nice. That's what I really like about the Ōstōmy Seal. It swells up a bit, so if you have any unevenness around your stoma and you have leaks from certain areas, I feel like this really fills in well after a day or so. But I'm really struggling to get sort of the leftover pieces cleaned off my skin. And I don't think it's this issue. I think it's my tolerance for anything slightly irritating. Very low, very low. So what I thought I would try is my Ostomy Seals. These guys I use on and off depending on how my output is doing. Usually I use this if my output is thinner, but pregnancy has made my output thicker, which has been absolutely fantastic, especially for hydration purposes. That has been great. I typically use this for when my output's thinner, but we're gonna try it today because it really does come off in one piece really nicely, and it doesn't absorb as much fluid, so it doesn't swell up as much as the Convatec one, which I don't really think I need right now. I think that my stoma is actually protruding more, so yeah, that's why I'm using this. It also has that little feature that kind of conducts the output downwards, so we'll try that. Let's see, I have to change up the routine a little bit too, because I'm actually going to place this directly on my skin. A lot of the times with other rings, I'll place it directly on my flange. We're not doing that because I got to make sure that this is placed through the flange. And it's easier to do that if you've already got the piece on and you can yeah. It's a little hard to explain, but I'll show you. How's the belly looking? What do we think? Is it growing? I think it's growing. I really do. Yeah, she's definitely getting bigger in there. So let's open up the flange. Before I take the backing off here, we're gonna mold this baby back. That's why I really like this, especially with that Ostomy Seal. You don't have to do any cutting. This sort of perfectly shapes to it. I think they're very good combo products. Okay. I normally do not have to mold this flange. Yeah, but we're molding it. We're doing that. We're using the features. So here's what it looks like. Let me block my face off so it focuses. There she is, all molded up. I'd say that's probably maybe 1.5 inches big. All right, let's take this backing off. Let's get some toilet paper because we never know what Leroy is going to do. Protect our clothing here. Oh man, I was feeling her about 30 minutes ago, sitting in my chair, and I think she's like in my butt right now because I'm getting the phantom rectum. Okay, really feels like I have to go to the bathroom, except all that plumbing is no longer. The other stuff that I have here for my ostomy change is Flonase. Yes, it's a nasal steroid spray. This is what I use to keep my skin calm. I use a very small amount of it. You don't use it on open skin. And because it is a steroid, you have to check with a nurse or, whoever you see for your stoma care. Make sure it's appropriate for you because this steroids can delay healing and all that fun stuff. It's not right for everybody, but I have found it to be extremely helpful for some skin irritation that I was having related to potentially being allergic to certain products. I also have a sting-free skin barrier. This is just SensiCare. This is what I believe Convatec used to carry, and now they've got their Ascenta line, which I think they're very similar. They come in similar bottles, except for the Ascenta one, you can continuously spray. This one you have to squirt a few times. And then I have my adhesive remover wipes, and these are the SensiCare ones too because I have a huge stock, but as soon as I'm out of this huge stock, I'll be ordering the Ascenta ones in its place. All this comes in a spray too. I know people are asking about adhesive removers, and if you have trouble peeling your bag off, the spray is fantastic to help basically melt the bag off of you. The wipes are really good for getting the skin as clean as possible. So let's take off this old appliance. I also like doing these bag changes before I have ultrasounds, and I have one in a couple of days for my 20-week anatomy scan. So I like my skin to look clean. I like my ostomy bag to be fresh for that because they do get up in that area. They have scanned me underneath of my stoma. They've gone all around this area. I'm sure it's only going to continue to be like that because she's in this area. I just put that in the sink. Okay, I'm just using a little bit of toilet paper for my preliminary clean, just to get my output out of the way. Don't worry, I promise I'll wash my hands at the end of this. Okay, so let's start cleaning. Leroy, please behave. Oh my gosh, it looks so much bigger. I know, you're not living with Leroy every day, but it's bigger, it's longer. Can you see this? Should I get closer? Ah! That's wild. Let's see. I think I'm gonna take a nap after this. I usually start around the outer edges and then I go inward. Yeah, there's just like a lot of residue from the 𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗 Seal. And I really find myself having to scrape at it now, and I don't know. I'm definitely leaving my flange on longer than I did before. It's probably part of it. And I think I'm just like tired, so I don't want to deal with anything. At least I'm not gagging doing this, because the last one I was gagging, not from odor. Like, I use deodorizers, so there really isn't any odor. It's more looking at my output and stuff and looking at my intestine. I was gagging at it. I had a little gagging session this morning, but nothing came from it, thank goodness. Just cleaning really close. It's so important to get all the residue off of your skin. Do not leave anything, because that is how you get the next bag not to stick well. Okay, I have to share this because I just showed this in my last video, or I talked about it. I didn't show it. I'm getting like melasma, and I got it around my proctocolectomy scar, which is on my bottom. I'm noticing it around my stoma too. I'm gonna have to really zoom in. Can I scoot closer to the camera? It's like I see little spots of it right there. A little bit under this side too, but yeah, do you see that? I'll just stay still. Maybe my camera will be able to focus on it. Yeah, so that's happening. Isn't that interesting? That's exactly what it looks like around my proctocolectomy scar on my bottom. Just this like darker skin. Isn't that so weird? Okay, so prep my skin, do a little bit of Flonase. Just gonna rub it in with my fingers, and then that dries pretty quickly. You do just a little tiny bit, and it really does not impact the adhesiveness of your flange. So just gonna let that dry for a few seconds. I hope that I made this flange big enough. I'm looking at it like, is that gonna fit, Leroy? I don't know. All right, now I'm taking my Skin Bearer spray, a few spritzels. Again, let it dry completely. Actually, you know what? I did not even think about this. This might not be the right size thing for me anymore. Oh my gosh. You know what? I think I can stretch it out a little bit. I'm just not used to this. I might need the next size up of the Ostomy Seal. Man. Well, this will be a really good tell. If this doesn't fit around my stoma, then we know it's grown, because it used to. I used to be able to overlap it quite a bit. Okay, I think we're good. So let's try this out. Oh my gosh, I don't know if this is gonna fit. Peel the backing off. Peel the fronting off. Okay, so the edges come together. Before, it used to overlap quite a bit because you kind of wrap it around. That is so funny. Okay, well, right now it fits perfectly, but I think that's not going to be the case very soon. All right, now we're going to place the flange on. And so I have to be careful because there's this little piece. I'll actually grab one of the Ostomy Seals in a second so you know what I'm talking about. But there's a little piece that has to fit through the flange. So I'm just going to make sure that goes through first. And then pull upwards. And push my flange on. It's kind of funny too. Now Leroy is shrinking. I just watched it go whoop. Maybe because I'm pushing on my belly. I feel like when you push on your belly, though, it kind of pokes outward. All right, let's take this little extra paper portion off. So that way the fabric is sticking down. Let me add a little deodorizer to this bag. And we'll snap it on. I feel like I have to press harder too. I don't know why that is, just the rounded belly makes me feel that way. Okay, perfect. Let me do some cleanup real quick and wash my hands and stuff, and then I'll show you the Ostoform Seal. All right, so I actually have a box in the closet here. This is actually the old Ostoform. I couldn't find the new one. They kind of made it a little bit more lower profile and stuff. So this is their old one. I don't believe they have anymore. Very similar product though. So this is what the ring looks like. It's got this little piece that helps direct your output downwards into the bag. And then as you can see, it's a wraparound seal. It's got a split at the top. So you wrap it around your stoma rather than having to stretch it out and stick it down or stick it on your flange, whatever you do. So that's what I used. And I'm just realizing now that this size won't probably work out long for me. I don't know. Does this say the size? This is medium. And it fits stoma sizes 1 inch to 1 1/4. Yep. We're getting close to not being that anymore. Man, it's so weird to have your stoma grow like this. It doesn't feel any different. I mean, I feel like bloated and round, but yeah. So anyways, let me put my little Halo Ostomy back on, just right over my stoma. Take my pants, which these are the pants that are a couple sizes up and purchased not that long ago. And they're getting tighter already. So there you go. And let me put this belly band back on. This is the Belly Bandit. Belly band. Oh, that feels so much better. All right, so that was my bag change, 20 weeks pregnant. I'll put a side-by-side view of my stoma pre-pregnancy, 11 weeks in, and now 20 weeks in. I'm really curious what 30 and 40 weeks will hold because holy cow, it could get giant, who knows? But I'm also wondering how quickly it'll rebound like back to its original size. My understanding is that's what's going to happen, is Leroy will go back to being how he always was. When I say Leroy, that's what we've named him. My best friend in high school named him 15 years ago. Isn't that crazy? Oh my gosh. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure if you want to try out some Element to stay hydrated that you go to drinkelement.com/LetsTalkIBD. Remember, with any order you get that free 8 single serving packet sample, so don't miss out on that. But yes, all right, I think I'm gonna go lay down. I'm really tired. Bye guys. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you are looking for a way to help support my channel, consider liking this video or even subscribing. You can also check out my store at LetsTalkIBD.shop. I have stickers and hoodies like these guys over here, just related to chronic illness and inflammatory bowel disease, something fun. And I also have a coupon code for my YouTube watchers. You could also become a member of my channel like the wonderful people scrolling on screen here. They've become a member and they have access to videos a little bit earlier. It's a great way to support my channel, and really, just watching my videos means the world. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next.